So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So yeah, this is the end of my 14th battle of the first season of the Grand Party Pirate Rumble. And like most people, like you approach this, you want to win, right? So you bring the best you got, which I try to do here. I got a lot of flack for that Otama. I accept that. Like I have my own ideas about PvP. They are not always correct, and I'll agree that in this case it was not correct to bring the Otama. But yeah, this battle is pretty memorable though. So I'll use it like a backdrop for this video because this video will be about how to ease your win at Grand Party Pyro Rumble. So we're going to see my 14th battle here, and later we'll see a Japanese YouTuber, one of his final battles, and you'll see that they are very different. So yeah, basically, you'd think that bringing the best you got is the best way to win at Grand Party Pyro Rumble, but there's been testing done both on the global side and on the Japanese side. On the global side, I can at least shout out to Gin and Akainu in the Pirate Alliance Discord server. They've done good work with this testing themselves. And it actually looks like not bringing your best gives you favorable matchups. And this sounds weird, but basically when you build a team in Pyro Rumble, they get a value, and that value is pretty meaningless, I'd say. Like sometimes in normal PvP you can check the value of the enemy and it gives you a benchmark of how invested that team is. Like, is it full of level limit broken units, limit break expander units, stuff like that? So it can be a good benchmark, but in most cases it doesn't matter much. But apparently in Grand Party Pyro Rumble, at least in the first season, they basically made it so you match up with opponents with similar value to their squad. So there's actually a very easy way to make it so your squad can avoid the very best teams that have fully whaled out kits on the units, kind of like the enemy I face or the team I use. Like, you don't want to face those teams, especially not by the end of the Pyro Rumble when you don't have any team preview or anything. So yeah, you saw my team game here, very narrow win. Let's take a look at the Japanese YouTuber Snowman. Shoutouts to him, by the way. I'll leave a link to the video where I took this clip from. So yeah, here's from the Snowman clip. And yeah, as you see here, he got some pretty interesting matchups, like that Odin in the end. You'd be overjoyed to see it, but here you see the big difference. Like, first you can see the enemy team. It looks very weak compared to what I faced, and I'm sure many of you faced. But of course, the most noteworthy thing here is the fact that Snowman's squad is only 5 units. Like, that's pretty remarkable. And of course, the cause for this is that this lowers the value of your team quite a bit. So it lets you avoid the very highest value opponents. So you get matched into easier opponents with less investment, usually less good teams. And you'd think that, yeah, that might not be the best either, but basically, if you just build the best 5-unit team you can, that will be able to beat most teams. I also want to note that Snowman uses Tot Musica here, and at least for the first season, we'll see in the future, but yeah, there was really no reason to not use Roger last season. While watching this video, I'd like to discuss possible things you can do, both to make it easier for yourself and for future opponents. It might be possible to make 2 of your teams a bit better, maybe adding a 6th unit or such, and really bringing a very bad maybe 1st or 2nd team So basically the idea will be that you basically throw the first game with a very low value team, and then you can bring it back the final 2 games with a lot better teams. Like you see Snowman here, second game. Like it's a bad matchup that in team. Like it's not the best, but it should beat a 5-man quick squad. But yeah, for this example, like this team was never expected to win. So you might as well throw this game away, use a very worse team with very low investment, and maybe buff the other 2 teams a bit. I'm sure people have tested this. I'm not sure if it works or not. I might be trying it myself for this season upcoming. But it's very interesting at least, and I feel like Bandai should fix this probably. We'll see if they do that. But until then, like in the end, everybody can win at Grand Party, so it's good if we try and help each other out. So I'll definitely be doing some research myself the next season. I basically only try and build these lower value squads. I'll try the 5-unit squads. I'll try maybe 2 6-unit squad and 1 very weak team. And the good thing with having 1 very weak team is that your opponent basically gets a free win. So that basically just helps the opponent as well. So even if they have 2 harder teams after that potentially, they still have the burst to use and stuff like that, so they still have a good chance to win. But yes, you see that X team as well, not that scary when you don't have like the full bench and everything. But yeah, personally, if I was in Snowman's position here, I'd still be pretty scared. But yeah, he did save the Tot Musica burst, so that's helpful. It's a shame you can only use it once. So I really don't have much more to say in this video, so we'll just watch how it goes for Snowman here. Can he get his final win here? I don't know if this is his final game. His last YouTube video last season was pretty weird. I think he said that he got cut off or something, so I'm not too sure which number this is, but he did get 15 wins. And I guess he took the easier route than the most of the rest of us. So yeah, he does end up winning this. But yeah, before next season, I'll do some preview video of what to expect. Roddy will probably still be good, but not as good as last season, since we probably have different buffs now. But we'll see if other viable alternatives show up. But yeah, that's it for this guide video on